We're starting in a minute. I forgot to get my beer before launching the stream. Actually, I'll leave it there. Just bring it a bit closer. There we go. All right, beer required. Hey, look, it's RetroWatch. Let's start here. With the only good Alex Kidd game. Right. Yep, that is right. Alright. So yeah, only good Alex Kidd game. We're starting off with the hot takes. And every time I go back to this game, it always takes me a second to remember the actual timing on some of the enemies. There we go. We're back in it. We didn't get the power, that's a problem. Oh, that was bad. I played this game a lot as a kid. Right, we'll kill those three. Actually get the health up. This first level isn't actually hard, it's just... when you're coming back to it, it takes a while to actually get your legs back, so to speak. Right, don't rush it with this gun. There we go. So you might know the story behind this game, in that it wasn't originally an Alex Kidd game. Hence why it doesn't have all the things that people remember as being kind of part of the Alex Kidd universe, even though they made the games really bad. You know, stuff like the rock, paper, scissors boss fights and all that stuff. God damn it. originally a game called Shinobi Boy. But they just, you know, as you do, retrofitted Sega's mascot character at the time, because this was pre-Sonic. We're getting our legs back on this a bit. It says continue, though it just shoves you right back to the start of the world. If you do that right, you can absolutely get shot by that guy as you're coming out of the fireball. And we get hit twice by it. Need to remember there's no point in rushing those guys. Yeah, like that. So, at least we got through that in one shot. But your health does carry over to the next level, so, you know. That guy is not in the right place. That's weird. Those guys are not meant to be there. Some other sprites get spawned way out of position. I want to at least get to the first boss. Which means getting, you know, this level and the next one. And this level's a lot longer than the first one. Patience, pick your moment. It was a thing all the time in Master System instruction manuals. You know, much as everyone clowns on the Master System's box art. It was a thing in Master System manuals a lot that, you know, pay attention to traps. Watch things before you actually make a move. There we go. Wall jumps in this game are a little bit finicky. Also, it probably didn't want the shurikens there. That whole sequence inherently satisfying. Although shurikens are probably better off for the boss. Which we're up against now. Which goes down, like, very easily. One of those levels you need to take very carefully. Because knockback is a thing, and it is deadly in this world. Fortunately, those guys don't throw any projectiles, but... Oh, extra life. Yeah, those guys can actually walk over the ladders. I don't think there's anything up here. Other than just being able to get up there for the hell of it. That thing an absolute nightmare to control. There is something you can open if you can actually control it, but I can't remember what it is. Short walk to the exit. See, now I've got my rhythm back. This is a lot easier. Right, water level. Everyone loves water levels. And yeah, you can't kill these guys. At least not easily. I just had a fucking chuck you moment. Jesus. These sharks, completely indestructible until... But yeah, their hitboxes are really weird, which is what makes them a massive roadblock at the start of this level, until you actually get it down right and realise they're a bit bigger than you think they are. And they can charge you from further away than you think. Before you're even down in attack range. At least once you've got the powered up sword, you can actually hit them from beneath. Same with those guys. That's really the biggest advantage to the powered sword. Just being able to hit enemies that are above you. Fortunately, I grabbed a load of extra health from that. Right, there are secrets over here. I'd say that's one of those things you never really forget, but also it's really not a hard secret to find. Forget how to get those. There is a way to. But moving on. Let's just go to deal with the boss. And this guy. This is basically how you have to deal with it. Like, if you don't immediately start dealing with those things, it quickly becomes a problem. Anyway, that's enough of that game. That's basically what this stream's going to be. Just me playing through Master System games that I like. Like this one. The Master System version of Marble Madness, which I played a lot as a kid. Not as easy to control on this 8-bit DOE that I'm using, because the Master System had that nice kind of flat square control pad that actually made it surprisingly well suited to a game like Marble Madness. Not that it's impossible to control on this, it's just not as easy as I'd like. If you could go down properly, that would be fantastic. Right, we go this way. Somehow survive all that, because going over that mess over there is an absolute nightmare. This is all muscle memory, by the way. Right, you kind of bounce and hope through here. This is one of those games that I think really showcases why the Master System is a great system, and why it's better than the NES. Hot takes. It's like one of the things a lot of people remember of Marble Madness 4 is the music. And I think the Master System does a very good job at recreating that. Let's get that steady. There we go. 33 seconds, not bad for finishing the intermediate race. The hope here is that I'm going to be able to get to the crazy race, at the very least. That was rude. That was also rude. Right, we're going to go this way, because going that way means going past the bumpers that pop out of those little weird-looking patches. And this is just a safer route in the long run. Even if it does mean going through this section where you can't actually see what you're doing. 17 seconds. Finish isn't that far away. Also, it means not going over that jump. Yeah. That was doable, but meh. Yeah, Marble Madness. Very good port to the Master System, and again, played it a lot. Speaking of things I played a lot, I actively prefer this to the arcade version. Like, I've tried playing the arcade version on an emulated basis, and I just can't get on with the arcade version for whatever reason. There's just... It's like the arcade version of Gradius, or even the NES version of Gradius. Like there's one version of the game that I'm familiar with, and I can't really get along with anything else. Right, upgrade that. Wide beam will do. What else do we want? I think that's it. Yep, nothing wrong with that. So, goal of Fantasy Zone, if you're unfamiliar, is basically in every level there are those enemy generators, and you're looking to destroy those, and once you've destroyed them all, the boss appears. We have a lot more money, so we can afford that. We can get an extra ship. We can get another smart bomb. So when you buy these additional weapons, you only have so much time to use them. So basically, use it or lose it. Okay, that automatically changes back. That's all of them. So this thing just shoot the atoms on the inside. I think there might also be a thing where the arcade version is a little bit harder because, you know, arcade. That is a very mean place to put that. Right, we can afford that. We can afford another one of those. I think we just buy all the weapons at this point. Right. Alright, we want to switch to 7-way now with... This is also the level where enemies really start actually actively firing back. Bollocks. Other problem with dying is you end up losing all the weapons you bought. Although at the very least you don't lose your money, so unlike in like Gradius. Is that all of them? That is totally all of them. Bollocks! I knew that was screwed up before we even got there. Right, we have successfully switched sides. Benefits taking out all the ones at one end is you then buy yourself some free firing time. Fuck! Now, by my standards, that really wasn't a bad run of that. Yeah, genuinely do prefer that to the arcade version. And I can't really explain why. It's just one of those things. Okay, let's play a built-in banger. One of the weird Sonics. Although this isn't really a weird Sonic. It's just It's just not the Sonic people are familiar with. But was the first Sonic I played. I didn't play any of the Mega Drive Sonics until after this one. Literally going fast. Too fast for the game to keep up with. Oh, I know this game too well. Though we didn't actually get a special stage because we went too fast. Okay, we're actually going to try and get a special stage this time. Which is a lot easier on this level because it's a much slower level. Wait, is there... I seem to remember there being a thing there. No, there isn't. Okay. There is a thing somewhere in this level, in the walls. And that's the thing that, if I remember right, leads to the emerald. Right, checkpoint. Come over here. Hell yeah, that's that good Master System slowdown. Emerald. Yeah, emeralds in this game aren't in the special stages. They're in the they're just hidden in the levels. So it's a question more of just when you're replaying this game, it's more a question of like how much of these can you actually remember. Oh yeah, baby, give me that slowdown. That's a special stage. Bong. I'm gonna put this piece of chocolate in my mouth. Right, special stage. Two things in every special stage. There's an extra life somewhere and there's a continue somewhere. The continue is the much more important thing. But also you need to remember you need to get to the finish before the 60 seconds are up. You know, to actually bank them. So on the Game Gear, because of the smaller size screen, you could actually hit Robotnik as he's flying along the top of the screen. On the Master System version of this game, you can't. Because the screen height is just such that you can't get enough height to actually reach him. Right, bridge. I.e. the bastard level. Oh yeah, baby. If your frames per second are in double digits, there's not enough going on. If memory serves, the emerald is in this level somewhere. That spring is a motherfucker. Hey, Nelly. Right. Actually, we want to go back. You can't see anything. Oh yeah, I forgot to switch the input. Sorry. There we go. I probably should have checked that before actually launching the game. Right. That's how you get that. Right. Yes. This is what happens when I'm streaming and drinking at the same time. Right, there's the continue. Other thing to remember is that the different coloured springs do actually send you to different distances. So the purple ones have the least height, the green ones have the most height. Auto scroll at a time. This dick. Also, if you get hit, you can't pick up your rings again because they just disappear into the ether. Because, you know, Master System's great, but it has its limits. Hell yeah. I could jack up the settings on RetroArch to stop this slowdown happening, but because all my muscle memory is built around this slowdown, it doesn't really work. That's why when I'm playing on... that's why when I was playing this game on the Raspberry Pi, late last year, I think? I was going to say earlier this year, but it can't. There isn't much earlier this year. When I was playing this game on the Raspberry Pi, I did actually have the system clock speed cranked up a bit to get rid of the slowdown. And I found I was missing like really basic jumps. Because I was over or under compensating for the slowdown. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same basic fish enemies as you get in the Mega Drive Sonic game that jump out the water, but because they're so much smaller, they look maybe a little more vicious. Wait, is there anything? Yeah, there is. That's where the extra life is. Because there's an extra life hidden in every... Fuck. Because there's an extra life hidden in every boss level. I mean, I didn't play what... You know, I was saying this earlier. I didn't play what many people remember as Sonic 1 as a kid. This was my Sonic 1, effectively, you know, what many Americans consider the Game Gear version. Because we had a Master System, and I still do, because the Master System is awesome. This still isn't the weird Master System Sonic though. We'll get to that one. Right. Banger time. This music right here, biggest banger of the 8-bit era. Also, this entire world is Slow Down City, because there is so much going on. No. Get a life and immediately lose it again. Sorry, what's a Genesis? Is that like a Mega Drive? I do not recognize this Genesis of which you speak. Genesis. The old Destructoid IRC. which was a fine place. If you wanted to hang out with future internet superstars. Like Demi, who did the 21st of September videos. He was a regular on the Destructoid IRC and was consistently banned because he was on there because we had a strict like 16 and over policy, and he was on there as a incredibly obnoxious 14-year-old. So he just kept coming into the IRC, being a bit of a dick, and then... So he kept coming into the IRC, being a bit of a dick for a while, and then just getting banned constantly. I also had a huge argument with, speaking of Destructoid IRC stories, I had a huge argument with James Stephanie Sterling about tea one time, which was a lot of fun. Got it. This jump is a nightmare. Right, actually wait this time. Good thing about this level is there's always a See, we were a Sega household, but I was a Nintendo fan, so the emerald is in one of those pools somewhere. Bong. But I can't remember which one. And it's kind of a leap of faith to reach it. Yeah, so one of the things we do quite often was there was another kid on the street when we... Because... No. Regain control of the Sanic. Close enough. Nope. We're not going to make it. Nope. Fail. Didn't even get to continue. Okay, the bastard level. So this is everyone's favourite kind of level, the ratchet scroller. It goes up. It does not go down. As you go up the level, the death plane just keeps getting higher and higher. When a platform goes off the screen, it does not exist anymore. And this is one of those levels that actually had like a specific warning in the instruction manual. Basically saying, on this level, any backtracking can be lethal. See, we had a lot of games, but that was mostly because the Mega Drive was my brother. My brother had the Mega Drive, and we had, like, when I'm talking about playing these games, I'm talking mid-90s. So, fuck. So, late SNES era, early PlayStation era. That was some bullshit. So, yeah. Late SNES era, early PlayStation era stuff. Enemy is still there. And I'm still playing the Master System because it's what we had, you know, core family. So my brother, because he was off at university, he had, you know, he was working, he was making money, he had student grants, so he could get a Mega Drive, which was always the highlight of him coming home for holidays, because it meant he brought the Mega Drive and I would then get to play it. Okay, we're good. But for the rest of the time, we had the Master System. And then, when my brother got the PlayStation, this extra life is a bitch to get. There we go. So when my brother got the PlayStation, the Mega Drive got passed down to us. So that became... our console for the like late 90s. And then in 2003, like between various siblings, we had the money to actually start getting some consoles new. So the gap between a system coming out and me getting to play with it started to decrease. So I think 2002 I got my Game Boy Advance for Christmas. I think 2004 I got the GameCube. Like, still almost a full year removed from actual release after, you know, prices were starting to come down, bundles were starting to become increasingly a thing. And also I was learning more and more about, like, pre-owned games and trading in stuff, which was happening a lot. I'm a big fan of this version of the Labyrinth music. Right, so we can't get it. Also, this version of Sonic 1 doesn't have the drowning music. So it would actually be some time before I learn the true horrors of that. Yeah, I mean, by the time we hit like Oh yeah, there were so many, like... I mean, you want to talk relics of those days, like... Those glory days of OC Remix. In that era. That basically was... Like, OCR songs were basically 90% of what I listened to in high school. Like, once I got on the internet. And getting to be there for some of the more legendary April Fool's jokes on OCR. Right. Does it fully respawn? No, it doesn't. Good. I mean, OCR's still there. I know it's not quite the force it once was, but OC Remix still exists. Give me a bubble! Bubble! Yep, Yep, thanks. Thanks. Really, really useful. Fucking bubbles. I mean, it is literally the same. It is literally the same music. I think the site still uses that. See, that's how you know the conditioning's worked. You actively miss that which has traumatized you in the past. Oh, you want to know how long I was around OCR? I still remember the orange site. Although granted, I was only on orange site for about a week before they changed to the blue site. And then I was there for the change to... Yeah. Because it was a big part of where I was hanging out at the time. And me and George, like, met through OCR. Fuck. Rude. We need a ring. We need a ring badly. Hell yeah. No, OCR... OCR at the time kind of had a... it was the Adopt a Newbie thread. I'd never really played TF2. Like, when we first chatted on MSN, that was, I think, 2 years before TF2 first came out. because that would have been 2006. And TF2 didn't come out until 2008, because it was part of the Orange Box. We are old. We are old. As of today, I am officially older still. But means we have these stories to tell. Okay, literally no reason to come down here except to get that. Need to find the bubble spot. And hope it gives us one quickly. Thank you. Explaining the 2000s internet to kids is simple. It basically just said, once upon a time, there was a time when we had more than 3 websites to go to. You know, you say that. I went to... there was a post going around Tumblr a couple days ago that was basically kids not knowing what a demotivational poster was. Okay, yeah, it was technically still 3. Like, for me it would have been OCR, Emu Paradise, or... It would have been OCR, Emu Paradise, and probably MySpace at around that time. Oh yeah, I'm invincible. Fuck. I forgot why that invincibility is there. It's because the emerald is there. I mean, I went on 4chan as well. I mean, that's become the joke in recent years. If you went on... Thank you, Jim. If you went on... if you were in the Something Awful Let's Play forum, or were a regular poster on D, you're probably trans now. This is bad. Yeah, that didn't work. You can't do that first hit. You can't do that first hit because you don't get enough height off him to get to the other side. I mean, I don't remember much civilized discussion going on D. Maybe I was posting in the wrong D threads. I mean, the kids today would call them cultured discussions. Yeah, that's fair. There was kind of a... Nope, nope, nope. That probably gave me a bigger range of the sight as it was then, because... Like, I forget what the... no, that's twice I've done that now. I'm sweat... Beer's taking hold, reaction times are diminishing. Rose, thanks for the follow. Wait, do I actually have... I don't actually remember if I have alerts set up on this. I don't actually remember if I have alerts set up on this. No, no. Yeah, we are flailing. We are flailing. I am not going to get through through this stage in this state. So, what we are going to do is go to another game. Come on. Thank you. What were we looking for? The other Sonic game. The properly weird one. I'm drinking Guinness, by the way. Which is entirely Jim's fault, so it's good that he's here so I can directly place the blame. Okay, properly weird Sonic game. The one that doesn't even sound right. I mean, you're like the one person... I will let Jim decide... I will let Jim decide in the entirety if he's okay being termed Con Daddy. You're like the one person I know that... You're like the one person I know who actually drinks Guinness. That was all kinds of bad. At least you can grab rings when you get hit in this one. Yeah, I mean, it sounds right to me as well, because again, like you, I played this as a kid, so this is entirely in keeping with how this game sounds to me. But when I saw Danny, hi, I'm Danny on Twitch. Go give her a follow. That fucking thing. When she was playing it as part of like a series of Sonic streams, I think late last year. That is entirely true. There were instances in that first year where it was very much required. But yeah, when Danny was playing it last year, she was talking about how the ring sound just sounded so weird. It is probably not going to be quite as long towards a game over with this game as it was with the last one. Also, there's no special stages in this game, so rings don't matter. I mean, neither does Daddy if you want to go down that road. It's really the ring sound like, the ring sound is higher pitched, it's kind of more shrill. So to people who have played, like, a lot of Mega Drive Sonic, it doesn't really sound right. If you hear the two side by side, you can definitely tell that it's a different ring sound. Right. Do not move. This is literally just jump the balls. Fair. This office does not recognize the legitimacy of Genesis. We know what a Mega Drive is, but we do not recognize the Genesis as a legitimate console. This is the other thing people can't get over with this game. Is the okay, that's maybe the one thing you actually had over us, the 6-button pad, because I don't think we ever got it in the UK. Oh dear. Yeah, like the hang glider really isn't that difficult once you actually get it down. Yeah, like playing when I first got into emulation, like playing Comic Zone, which is much more about having a 6-button pad because you use the X, Y, and Z for using items. I mean, Miles got kidnapped at the start of the game. That's what that opening sequence was about. That's what this game is about. And spoiler alert, if you don't get all the emeralds, then you find at the end of the game that Miles is literally fucking dead. End of the credit sequence, if you don't have all 6 emeralds, Sonic literally looks into the sky and Tails isn't, and you see Tails in the stars. If we get there, you might see it. Which is possible, because this is a much shorter game. Because, again, this is basically a... This is a much shorter game than OG Sonic 1, because OG Sonic 1 was basically a Master System game that was then ported to... Like, OG Master System Sonic was a Master System game that was then ported to the Game Gear. This was a Game Gear game that was then ported to the Master System. So it was designed much more with a portable system in mind, which is why the levels are a lot shorter. Will you lot stay still so I can kill you? I at least want to get to Green Hills Zone. That's like the one current goal. Although I will settle for next. No, I killed the egg and then the bird fell. Well, we're not getting to Green Hills. I'm not hearing the awesome... if you go on YouTube and search Sonic the Hedgehog Green Hills Master System music, highly recommend it, because it's basically an 8-bit version of the... it's an 8-bit version of the... Japanese Sonic CD opening, You Can Do Anything. And I showed it to a friend one time for the first time, and she was just... Wait, this isn't the right game. This is still the wrong game. Yeah, this isn't the right game. We're not playing this. God damn it. No, go away. Thank you. No, still go away. Can't even navigate the menus at this point. It is, and it's a really good one. And the boss of... This game doesn't suck, it's just not the game I was looking for. So, I was looking for Wonder Boy in Monster Land, which is the second Master System Wonder Boy game, but that's not, and also OBS Rocks. Okay. RetroArch just crashed. Bear with me. You piece of shit program. I was looking for Wonder Boy in Monster Land, which was the actual game I played as a kid. I never played Monster World. Right, you gonna load? You're totally gonna load, right. Golf. I played a lot of 8-bit golf, and this game is not quick to start up. This is probably the golfest 8-bit golf game you're ever going to see. This was my preferred Master System golf game. I'll show you the other one in a moment. One that I probably played more of. Oh, that's bad. I mean, we struck that badly to begin with. Perfect lie on fairway after just smacking it into a fucking tree. Perfect. I mean, the tree did nothing to me. The tree just got in the way. There are trees in golf games that have it coming. I do not consider that tree to have been one of them. Good approach, though. Oh man, look at that. Look at this wireframe. That's some serious computational power right there. Mostly because you can't see the lie of the green once you're actually on the green. Still sunk it though. I mean, it wasn't a hard putt. The thing I really don't like about this game is you can't... Your visibility is sorely limited, is what I'll say. And it takes forever to draw in. Yeah, but that's just a part of golf games of this era. And it's nowhere near as bad as the next game. Bad lie, we want to compensate for the wind a bit. We're using a driver in the rough. This is going to go well. Didn't compensate enough for the wind. Look, I've seen world-class leaderboard running on a 486. This is unfathomably quick for the era. I need to compensate a lot more for the wind. Hopefully that's at least going to get us to the green. It's not going to get us to the green. See, I'm glad that I don't have any, like, nostalgia for that era of PC gaming. Like, all my computer memories of that era come from the micros. So, oh, that was bad. So my memories of computers in that era and computer gaming was like the Spectrum, to a lesser extent the Acorn Electron, which is the one microcomputer of the era that I have actively looked into getting. I think it's that and the Spectrum, especially now. Owning and using a Spectrum in the modern age has become much, much easier, because there's HDMI mods and SD card mods that mean, you know, you don't need to mess about with analog video inputs. You don't need to mess about with loading from tapes. You can just stick the entire library on an SD card and connect it to a modern TV, so long as you've got like a joystick interface. Ostensibly a perfectly flat green. The SD card thing isn't that unique. Like, I think pretty much every micro with any kind of following has some kind of SD card mod these days, either that or compact flash. That's enough of this golf. I want to play show a different golf. We need to enter a proper golfing name. See, it's a jam, but it's not as golf as PGA Tour. Oh right, this game has a really weird swing system. It does have a lot more going on in the gameplay though, because it's not, like I said, it has a weird swing system. And it's a bit more fluid in its animations. Yeah, like, just generally there's a lot more going on in this game. Although it doesn't actually show you, like, how close you are to the pin, which is kind of important. You are here. I want to say that like info was in the manual, where you'd have like a readout of how far each of the clubs ostensibly went. And there's that grade guide, which is not really that useful. It's one of those things where you kind of got used to it over time, a bit like I think NES Golf was kind of similar. It certainly was in the Game Boy version of Nintendo Golf. And it doesn't automatically change your club for you. You have to actually like manually do all that, else you're just taking every shot with a driver. So it's a much more involved golf game, which is why, you know, it's kind of like Skate versus Tony Hawk, where like people I know who skate are much bigger fans of Skate than they are of Tony Hawk. But for most people, Tony Hawk is going to be the better game. Oh dear. It's just not welcoming to... It's not a welcoming game, this. So we're going to stop playing it. And I think that is going to do it for the games I have in the Master System folder. Yep. Which means we can get on to some more banger music. Super Skid Marks. Originally an Amiga game. One of the J-Kart one of Codemasters' J-Kart games. These awesome kind of trapezoid cartridges, where basically the idea behind them was they were intended as 4-player games, but instead of needing to go out and buy a Mega Drive multi-tap, the cartridge had 2 controller ports on it. So the multi-tap was just built into the cartridge. And I think there were 4 of these. Super Skid Marks, Micro Machines 2 Turbo Tournament, Micro Machines 96, and Pete Sampras Tennis. Also, this is one of those games with really bastard AI. It's one of those games where you just will always come off worse in a collision with the AI, or just any collision in general. Really, it's kind of an unremarkable driving game. Like, the Amiga version is prettier, and there's an argument to be made for the Amiga version having better music as well, but no. As Amiga to Mega Drive ports go, this is a pretty good one. And, like, the regular driving is kind of whatever. Right. So yeah. So yeah, base game, not really that interesting. But there is something about the game that makes it stand out. Actually finished typing in the name. So we want to go to options and to password. Where with a password that I should remember. You can race cows. Where you have constant mooing sounds. And these are super sensitive steering as well. Look man, some game devs just are really into cows. These also don't skid nearly as much as some of the other cars, which actually makes them kind of easier to drive. Because you don't have to anticipate turns nearly as much. And it's basically a universal truth of this game that if you can get clear of the pack, you've basically got the game won. Yeah. They are superior, they can fly, but they don't have their level. They don't have a dedicated level. You know, there isn't a cow level, unfortunately. Also, they're really fast. Like, this is where 90% of my playtime with this game came from, because I could actually drive the cows to a decent standard. Although the cow model is very low detailed. It's one of those games that's a lot more visually appealing on the Amiga, as with most things. Cattle Racer, not Rancher. Although I did play a lot of Harvest Moon as a kid. Whoops. And that is the official name for those, for anyone who's not a dirt bike fan. They are officially not called whoops. Also, if you're wondering if the name Super Skid Marks and the somewhat dirty connotations of it are intentional or not, it's a British game developer in the 90s. Of course it's intentional. Like, dirty jokes and innuendo is basically one of the country's main exports during this period. Right. Exactly. Right. This fucking thing. In my opinion, the prime example of just because you can. An attempt at making a Master System, a Mega Drive exclusive. An attempt at doing a Mega Drive exclusive first-person shooter.
Shotgun collected. Handgun collected.
Yeah, this is the Mega Drive's attempt at a native Doom.
Handgun collected. Handgun collected. Handgun collected. Handgun collected. Handgun collected.
Alright, we have jump button.
Handgun collected. Shotgun collected. Shotgun collected.
In all honesty, right, this game gets a lot of hate, and I don't think it's entirely justified. Yeah, and like the whole game kind of has that vibe to it as well. So, idea of the game, is just get to the end of the level. The end of the level is always fairly obviously marked on the. It's always fairly obviously marked.
Handgun collected. Handgun collected.
But it's one of those games that would be a lot nicer to play if it had, like, if the Mega Drive had shoulder buttons, is how I term it.
Handgun collected. Handgun.
Oh god. Also, it has knockback. That's probably also... Right, we're just running for the exit.
Floor now. Entering docking bay level 2.
Also, there's elevator music. Right. So, you see that little... You see where we're starting here, where the X is, and you see the alcove on effectively the other side of the level. That's going to be... You can always tell where the entrance to the next level is, just from consistent shapes on the minimap. So if we want, we can just... So we just need to go through one of those big rooms at the bottom, and then through that little corridor there.
Handgun collected. Handgun collected.
Really, the bigger issue I have with the game... And we're dead. But the other gimmick the game has is that you have multiple different crew members, and they all start with different equipment. So you'll always start with the weapons that the last person died with, but you have different stuff as like extra items. So that first character started off with a bulletproof vest, effectively meaning we functionally didn't take damage from our first handful of hits.
Handgun collected. Handgun collected. Handgun collected.
Also, the voiceover calling out your pickups is
Handgun collected. Handgun collected.
like, you know, everyone loves a good... Everyone loves a good dead...
Handgun collected.
Everyone loves a good dead-voiced
Handgun
assistant,
collected.
right?
Handgun collected. Handgun collected.
But with these big rooms, like, the game is at its best when it's in small corridors. You know, lack of a strafe button notwithstanding. Right, this guy starts with something very useful, the bioscanner, which means you can see enemies on the map. So you see up there in that room, we can see all the enemies that are in that room that we don't have to go through. And it means we'll be able to see enemies here before we aggro them.
Handgun collected.
Right, which way are we going? Right, we might want to go through here first. We know there's no enemies in there, but there's going to be items. There is, there's a shotgun.
Collected.
So because our demolitions expert died without using his unique items, we get his mines
Collected. Shotgun
as the medic. Like, I think this game is interesting, and I think it's worth playing in a lot of ways. But it is pretty much a dictionary a textbook definition of, like, you know, a developer's ambitions being greater than their abilities.
Medipack collected. Handgun collected. Handgun collected.
Right, this level's a simple one. We should probably see if there's anything at the end of this hallway there.
Handgun collected. Handgun collected.
Nothing but an enemy. Because killing the enemies is... Yeah, like, I've always thought, like, what does a modern remake of this game mean? Like, this game rebuilt in, like, the Doom engine, or even the Build engine. Like, honestly, I think the Build engine is a better choice for it.
Handgun collected. Shotgun collected. Handgun collected.
Like, a better engine like the Build engine. Well, yeah, because it's very focused on item usage, and that feels more like a Build engine kind of thing. Right.
Position low.
But there's,
Handgun collected.
like, a lot of people who talk about this game like it's completely irredeemable. Like,
Handgun collected.
there is nothing in this game that is worth
Shotgun collected.
remembering,
Medipack collected.
which I think is not doing the game justice. I think it is better than people give it credit for. So we did actually, I think, secure this level. We didn't secure this level. There's still an enemy around here. Because I want to show this off at least once. Basically, when you kill every enemy in a level, the level is classed as secure. And when a level is secure, you get a password. There's nothing down here. But it feels like one of those games where if this had come out in, say, around Wolfenstein 3D, like, it would be very fondly remembered to this day. Because it kind of has that same, like, navigating a maze feel as Wolf 3D. But it has the additional complexity of the item system and having different characters who actively start with different things and therefore, in theory, need to be played in different ways. And it gets even more ambitious once you've cleared this initial, like, there is a shoot it till it dies boss fight at the end of this stage of the game. We absolutely have secured this level. Oh well, to the elevator. And yeah, it gets more ambitious in the as you go further in, and you get to, like, once you're done with the space station section here, you get the transmission that, oh, the space station invasion was a distraction and the alien forces have now taken over Earth.
Entering engineering level 1.
And in that level you start dealing with...
Flamethrower collected.
Oh yeah.
Handgun collected.
See, I've never played any of the Dead Space games, so that's completely lost on me. Yeah, and like this level, if you want it to be, can just be like an easy walk to the elevator, which is one of the reasons I like this game. Like, you don't, but then when you get down here, you find out that, you know, the actual route up to engine level 2,
entering engineering level 3.
You know, there's another exit to engineering 1. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah. If you were wondering why we had a flamethrower, this is why.
Ammunition is low.
Not head crabs, just annoying gits that swarm you. And there's a lot of them. Yeah, regular crabs. And just as annoying and just as itchy. So in theory... Oh, bioscanner. And there, yeah, you grab the bioscanner and immediately you can see... I mean, you say crabs, I'm not gonna... The greatness of the bioscanner, you can see just how nightmarish things are to the side.
Low.
I mean, in theory I could. In practice, I was never going to, and you know that as well as I do.
Engineering level 4.
Levels are getting complex now. Also, nice little crack with blood on the wall there. See, I'm doing a lot better now. I've got my
Flamethrower collected.
right. Yep.
Pulse laser collected.
There we go. Pulse rifle.
Health condition critical. Flamethrower collected.
Right, there's going to be ammo in here. Hopefully. Or at the very least, health.
Medipack collected. Shotgun collected. Shotgun collected.
So in theory, the flamethrower is the best way of dealing with those things, but in reality, once you've got a handle on the controls, you're probably going to be able to deal with them better just with the shotgun.
Shotgun collected.
Assuming you can find enough ammo for it.
Medipack collected. Medipack collected.
You see, I've got my mojo with this game back now. Oh yeah, baby! Look at that slow down. We are in full slideshow territory as the flamethrower just tanks everything the Mega Drive has to offer.
Pulse laser collected.
Oh yeah, baby! Look at these weapons.
Shotgun collected. Shotgun collected. Bulletproof vest collected. Flamethrower collected.
You know, if I didn't know any better, I'd say they were tooling us up for a big
Pulse
fight.
laser collected. Pulse laser collected.
I mean, the boss fight isn't coming. There's still about half a level to go until the boss fight, I think.
Entering greenhouse level 1.
But there are a lot of enemies in this level. And the visibility gets even worse.
Shotgun collected. Shotgun collected. Shotgun.
Yeah, I mean, look at how many, like, wide open areas there are. And that entire, like, maze section. I'm going to at least try and get to... I'm going to at least try and get to...
Medipack collected. Shotgun collected.
But this is one of those sections where, like... Right, the enemy is right in fucking front of me, so... And it's one of those sections where you have to just constantly be checking your map. And of think we are in good enough shape now to just make a dash for the lift.
Shotgun collected. Entering greenhouse level 2.
And then you enter another section with even more maze. And again, you have options. You can go through the fighty bit, or you can just try and pick your way through the maze.
Shotgun collected.
I mean, we definitely have enough shotgun ammo for it.
Shotgun collected.
Right, we are going to burn this, because those night vision goggles are going to be useful.
Night vision collected.
Right, that's the way into the maze. Right, that's the way we want to go.
Handgun collected. Pulse laser collected. Handgun collected. Handgun collected.
So we want to go this way.
Handgun collected. Pulse laser collected. Handgun collected.
I also love the idea with the map that these Space Marines don't have any kind of electronic, like whole floor electronic map they can consult, and they have to keep getting this paper map out. To the lift.
Entering greenhouse level 3.
And yes, there's more greenhouse to go.
Shotgun collected. Flamethrower collected.
What's this? Shotgun.
Shotgun collected.
So, down through there, down and around, up, and then through a fighty bit.
Shotgun collected.
We'll take the less maze-like route this time. The thing is, like I said earlier, you only get a...
Banner collected.
Oh yeah, baby, look at that fight bit.
Medipack collected.
You only get a password if you kill every enemy in the level. I actually don't think we need to... Okay, what we're going to do is we are going to run this way, and we are going to aggro a bunch of these gits.
Ammunition is low.
I mean, you can look up the password. But once you pass the first couple of levels,
Entering bridge level 2.
once you pass the first couple of levels, you're really thinking much more about I mean, it is unique in the sense that it
Handgun collected.
Like, the password saves your... It's a long password. I think it's like a 12... I think it's like a 12 character password.
Shotgun collected.
It's a 12 character password, I think, and it saves your entire game status. Which is part of the reason for it. Like, it's not just giving you...
Pulse laser collected. Pulse laser collected.
You know, it's not just giving you, like, this is the level you're on. It's saying, like, this is the level you're on. This is how many characters you currently have dead. These are all the items and ammo you have. There's a lot of info in the password.
Entering reactor level 1.
Right, are we at? Yeah, we are. So, I don't think we are at the big boss level yet. Yeah, kind of.
Shotgun collected.
Now, coming all this way with one of those gits behind us probably wasn't the smartest idea I've ever had.
Help. Medipack collected. Bulletproof vest collected.
Alright, so we're going to go down. So this is where the lifts start to get replaced with staircases. Though fortunately it doesn't start being...
Entering reactor level.
Yep, this is the boss area.
Pulse laser collected. Pulse laser collected. Medipack collected.
So the boss, if I remember right, is always in this big open area here. And as soon as the boss dies, that's it. We've completed the stage. Boss is dead. Shoot it till it dies. You did it. Now welcome back to Earth. And we have a password. You see? Complete the space station, get a password. And that's as far as we're going to go with this for now. But yeah, like, genuinely think that's one of those games that's... Its ambition's greater than ability, but it's still, like... ambition is greater than ability, but they still manage to produce something that I think is actively good. Even if it is awkward, you can, you know, as you saw, like once I regained my muscle memory from back in the day, and I was able to, like, it's still clunky. Like having a 180 turn button would be immensely useful. Having a strafe would be useful. Like, if the Mega Drive pad was a SNES pad, and you had the shoulder buttons, and you had a fourth face button to play with, like, a lot of the control issues I have would be removed. And yeah, the knockback is absolutely wretched. Like, that's one of those things where, you know, at that point you need to consider, like, that adding knockback into a first-person shooter, that is approaching Gulag territory. Also, in the HQ stages, there are some platforming sections. This is why you have a jump button, an incredibly floaty and imprecise jump button. So that's another thing in the game that's Gulag worthy, but I do genuinely think it's worth playing and worth looking over and worth exploring and, like, worth thinking about as kind of one of the forgotten games of this era. Right, I'm going to get another beer. Getting another beer, Nelly. I am patient poured Guinness. That was a bad idea. Not chugging these beers. I am drinking them slowly, like a civilized person. It's because it's my birthday. Doesn't mean we have to submit ourselves to barbarism. All right. Right. Good license game time. I'm actually going to check the options. Yes, those are correct.
To infinity and beyond.
Ooh. So, like, nice and thick stuff. Nice. I am definitely coming to appreciate the stronger beers as I get older. Yeah, if you're a fan of Traveller's Tales of this era, the YouTube channel Coding Secrets is a great YouTube channel because it's run by a guy who used to work at Traveller's Tales during this era, and he has a load of like really interesting insights on. He has loads of really interesting insights on. Will you land on that? Thank you. He has loads of really interesting insights on what went into a lot of the Traveller's Tales stuff of this era, and this in particular was one of those like proper like this game should not be possible on this hardware. This level does have like my least favourite game mechanic of like punishing people for going fast. As great as the buzz animations are. This is the Mega Drive version. There was a SNES version as well. But the Mega Drive was the one I played. I'm also losing a lot of lives here. Mostly because those planes are just a pain in the ass. Fortunately, I think after this level they're basically done. I think this game is really good as well in how it follows the 5 main scenes of the film. So this first scene is like...
You don't want to be in the way when my laser goes off. Take that.
So this first section is... So this first section is like early days just as Buzz comes in. And then we move into stage 2, which is like, but Buzz is now the favourite. And we start to get the really fun stuff like this. Like, this is where the game really starts to show its... This is where the game starts to show its class. No easier way to get yourself some press in the 90s than by being a multi-genre game. So we have racing sections, theoretically. We actually have multiple. This isn't the first time we're going to be controlling RC in this game. Like, this game has stealth levels, this game has a first-person level. Like, this game is just really good at being... I wouldn't say all things, but definitely a lot of things. So now the toys are mad at us, and we've got to escape with... So now the toys are mad at us, and we've got to escape with Rex. Also, this level is hard, mostly because, again... Mostly because those planes are absolute gits. Now I need to escape with Rex. Yeah, it's a good soundtrack to this game. And speaking of good soundtracks, we are going to end this on the best soundtrack. A much maligned game that I am very good at. And this is absolutely me setting myself up for failure. See, weak-minded people will talk about how this game is bad and how the ball physics are inconsistent. These people have not done what you need to do, which is play this game for literally hundreds, if not thousands of hours over the course of your life, and learn it inside fucking out. Except for that final level, because fuck that final level. Going up. Right, go over here. That was too narrow a shot. So we want to we want to actually fall out here, in theory. In theory, we want to fall out. In reality, we want to at least make some progress on opening up this section of map. We only need to open one of these, but opening up both is going to give us more options later on. There we go. We're on the wrong side of them. We're on the wrong side. We want to be on the other side. Because this is the easiest side to hit the openings from. There we go. Right, don't have the emeralds. You go in the opposite direction to where you raised the bridge. And immediately get yourself an emerald. And then you can automatically jet up to the next side. And happily row your way to the emerald in the middle when you inevitably screw up. Ideally, we would have wanted to go up the other side because that's where we have all the openings then. That's going to help, having both of them open. Inconsistent physics, my ass. These people are not pinball connoisseurs. You do have air control of Sonic in this game. Because, you know. Bollocks. mistimed that flip. I mean, a lot of this is jokes. Like this really doesn't feel anything like real pinball. It doesn't even feel anything like most like video pinball. Like if you want, nice. Unfortunately, this means dying means all the it is a very good bug, and I'm always happy whenever it shows up. Problem is, now we've got to open one of these gates again, and they're by far and away the hardest. Now we need to open these gates again, and that's by far and away the hardest shot to make in this section of the board. Mostly because of the fucking clucks. There we go. Because it's a lot earlier on the flipper than you think it is, and you have to hope the cluck is out of the way. Right, now we just need to shoot that, which we do, and actually stay on the right side of it. It's a bad shot. Just when in doubt, drop catch it. Right. We went the wrong way. I forgot the rule. Right. At least this time we only have to get back to the minecart and not actually hit the lever. Although if we can do that again, if we can do that as well, that'll help. Damn clucks. Yeah, like the Toxic Games movie is like certified banger status. We're kind of getting... There we go. Right. So even though we've only got one bridge up, you can use the flippers to switch Sonic to the other side of the track. And get the third emerald. Now we just need to get to the boss. The worms have gone, now we've unlocked the boss. Are you ready for sounds? Bosses in this game have... I think I described it when Danny was playing this game as the most sounds. Yeah, it is literally just E constantly. Right. Maximum sounds. It is the most sounds. They're not necessarily good sounds. It's just a lot of sounds. Right. Time for a link to Sonic the Comic for seemingly no reason. Hey, Tails. Also, check out Sonic's reflection in the back glass. That was bad. I don't know why there's a link to Sonic the Comic in this game. It's just something that's in there. Like Sally Acorn is in one of those capsules somewhere. That was bad. But hey, it gets us out of that section. And into this section. Instant Emerald. Yep, like Sally's in one of those sections. Right, next target is dealing with that cork. Probably somewhere. I should probably just let Sonic drop. Like, most of my Sonic Extended Universe knowledge comes from Sonic Underground. Because, you know, that's the series that for some reason I latched onto. And it's also the series I have on DVD, so it's the one I've actually watched the most. No worries, Jim. Enjoy the spags. Whether or not we're done depends on how long this run goes. I mean, it's what I'm calling it, and I am down with the kids, as everyone knows. I mean, I refer to spaghetti bolognese as spag bowl, so it naturally follows. This is actually a crazy good run of this level. Kids and their rock musics and their hip hops. Oh no, that's the worst one. The horror of dropping down here. See, as a kid, I never knew how to do that. I do now. It's like, back in the day, falling down like that was a death sentence, because I didn't know that it was a swing. I thought it was like a button hammer to like climb back up the chain. That was bad. Oh dear. Yeah, it's one of the fun things of this game where, like, none of the bosses are technically Robotnik, but they all have Robotnik's face. Right, we've got the drain plugs closed, and we are immediately going to reopen the drain plugs. Two down. And we came straight back out again. Good thing about having... The one good thing about having that center head dealt with is we can technically, if we can make the shot, we can technically go up through the bottom. Oh, this is a frustrating level. You see, we got the emeralds in like less than a minute. And now we're just getting stymied by these last seconds. There we go. One more. And right back to the bottom. And this time the chain has completely gone. Oh. Even losing one ball sucks on this level. On any level. Because if you can do a level in one shot, you get a massive time bonus of like multi-millions of points. That went very bad very quickly. Not bad, nearly 20 mil, but yeah, that could have gone so much better. Well, I think that is going to do it for this ridiculously self-indulgent stream. Thank you all for coming out. Hope you enjoyed yourself. I'm going to finish the rest of this chocolate bar and drink the rest of this beer. And I will see you probably sometime later in the week. See you later.